Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, the birthplace of America. And let's be honest, a city that's home to enough historical landmarks to make your head spin. But fear not, dear reader, because today we're going on a journey through the streets of Philadelphia, uncovering the fun, the quirky, and the downright bizarre. We're talking about the kind of facts that'll make you the most interesting person at your next Zoom trivia night. Philadelphia, you see, is a city of contrasts. It's got cobblestone streets and cutting-edge cuisine, historical monuments, and a vibrant art scene. It's a city where you can practically smell the history in the air while simultaneously tripping over a street performer juggling cheesesteaks. Yes, you read that right, cheesesteaks. Because if there's one thing Philadelphia takes as seriously as its history, it's its food. But before we dive into the culinary delights and quirky anecdotes, let's take a step back. Let's rewind to the 18th century, to a time when powdered wigs were in fashion, and a group of disgruntled colonists decided they'd had enough of British rule. That's right, folks, we're talking about the American Revolution, and Philadelphia was right in the thick of it. So buckle up, grab a soft pretzel, we'll get to those later, and get ready to explore the fascinating, the funny, and the frankly unbelievable side of Philadelphia. Trust us, you won't want to miss a single bite or fact of this historical and hilarious journey. Philadelphia's star-studded past is legendary. This city practically invented founding fathers, Franklin, Jefferson, Adams regulars at the local coffee shop. Okay, maybe not a coffee shop, but you get the picture. They walked these streets, debated freedom, and probably argued over wigs. And let's not forget the Liberty Bell with its famous crack. Many theories exist, but we like to think it cracked during a rousing Yankee Doodle. Philadelphia also boasts quirky landmarks, like the Swan Memorial Fountain, depicting 3 rivers. Its water jets can reach the height of a double-decker bus. Now that's making a splash. But Philadelphia isn't just stuck in the past. Oh no, this city has embraced the 21st century with open arms, especially when it comes to food. Sure, we all know about the cheesesteak, that glorious combination of thinly sliced beef, melted cheese, and a crusty roll that spawned countless debates and even more imitations. But Philadelphia's culinary scene is so much more than just a sandwich, though, let's be real, it's a damn good sandwich. For starters, let's talk about pretzels. Those soft, doughy delights are practically a food group in Philadelphia. From street vendors to fancy restaurants, you'll find pretzels everywhere you turn. And the best part, they're delicious, dipped in just about anything. Mustard, cheese sauce, even chocolate. Don't knock it till you try it, folks. And then there's water ice. No, not water ice cream, but water ice. This refreshing treat, similar to Italian ice, is a summertime staple in Philadelphia, with flavors ranging from classic cherry and lemon to more adventurous options like mango and even coconut. Water ice is the perfect way to cool down on a hot day, but Philadelphia's culinary scene isn't afraid to get a little fancy either. The city boasts a diverse and ever-evolving restaurant scene, with award-winning chefs pushing the boundaries of gastronomy. So whether you're craving a classic cheesesteak or a multi-course tasting menu, Philadelphia has something to satisfy every palate. So there you have it, folks, a little taste of what makes Philadelphia so unique, so charming, and so damn fun. We've explored its history, from the birth of a nation to the quirky landmarks that make this city so special. We've delved into its culinary scene, from the iconic cheesesteak to the lesser-known but equally delicious treats like water ice and soft pretzels. But this is just the tip of the iceberg, folks. Philadelphia is a city best explored on foot, wandering its cobblestone streets, discovering hidden gems, and soaking up the infectious energy that permeates every corner. So what are you waiting for? Grab a map, lace up your walking shoes, and get ready to experience the magic of Philadelphia for yourself. Okay, let's rewind a bit back to when America was basically going through its rebellious teenage phase. Picture this: powdered wigs, tricorn hats, and a whole lot of frustration with British rule. This was the scene in Philadelphia in the 1700s, a city already bustling with trade and ideas. It was the perfect breeding ground for a revolution, kind of like a really intense town hall meeting that just spiraled. What made Philadelphia such a hotbed of revolutionary fervor? Well, for one, It was the largest city in the colonies at the time, a melting pot of different cultures and opinions. It was a city with a strong sense of independence, a bit like that friend who always challenges you to a game of pool, even though they know they'll probably lose. But more importantly, Philadelphia was home to a group of intellectuals and firebrands who weren't afraid to speak their minds. Think Benjamin Franklin, the OG American inventor, diplomat, and let's be honest, all-around badass. This was a man who flew a kite in a thunderstorm, for crying out loud. If that doesn't scream revolutionary spirit, we don't know what does. So it's no surprise that when the time came to declare independence from those stuffy old Brits, Philadelphia was the natural choice. This city wasn't just about brewing beer, although they were pretty good at that too. It was about brewing ideas, about challenging the status quo, about fighting for what was right, even if it meant a whole lot of paperwork and probably some awkward encounters with redcoats. Walking through Philadelphia today is like stepping back in time. Every cobblestone street, every brick building whispers stories of the past. You can practically hear the echoes of revolutionaries arguing over the Declaration of Independence, or the clip-clop of horse-drawn carriages carrying founding fathers to important meetings, probably about more taxes. Start your historical journey at Elfreth's Alley, the oldest residential street in America, dating back to 1702. Walk those narrow cobblestones, peek into the charming colonial houses, and imagine yourself as a blacksmith, a silversmith, or maybe even a wig maker. Hey, someone had to keep those founding fathers looking sharp. Next, wander over to Christ Church, where Benjamin Franklin and other signatories of the Declaration of Independence worshipped. Don't forget to look up and admire the steeple, designed by none other than Robert Smith, the architect who also gave us the steeple of Independence Hall. Talk about leaving your mark on a city. And while you're in the neighborhood, swing by Betsy Ross House, where legend has it that the talented seamstress stitched the first American flag. Now, we're not saying it's definitely true, but hey, it's a good story, right? And let's be honest, who wouldn't want to be known as the person who gave America its iconic stars and stripes? But the crown jewel of Philadelphia's historical scene is, of course, Independence Hall. This unassuming brick building, once the Pennsylvania State House, was the stage for some of the most pivotal moments in American history. It's where the Declaration of Independence was debated, drafted, and signed, forever changing the course of a nation. Imagine the tension in the air as those brave men, risking their lives and reputations, put pen to paper and declared their independence from the most powerful empire in the world. It was a bold move, a gamble that paid off, giving birth to a nation founded on the ideals of liberty, justice, and the pursuit of happiness, and maybe a good cheesesteak or two. Today, Independence Hall stands as a testament to the courage and conviction of those early Americans. It's a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, a group of determined individuals can change the world. And hey, if they can draft a whole Declaration of Independence in that building, maybe we can all muster up the courage to finally clean out our inboxes. And then there's the Liberty Bell, that iconic symbol of freedom with its infamous crack. Now, everyone knows the official story. The bell, cast in 1752, was rung to announce the reading of the Declaration of Independence, its powerful tones proclaiming liberty throughout the land. But what they don't tell you is the real story, the one involving a mischievous goose, a misplaced feather duster, and a whole lot of confusion. Okay, we might have made that last part up, but the truth is nobody knows for sure how the Liberty Bell got its crack. Some say it happened during its first ringing. Others blame it on a particularly enthusiastic bell ringer, and still others whisper about a rogue cannonball during the Revolutionary War. But whatever the cause, that crack has become as much a part of the Liberty Bell's identity as its inscription, "Proclaim liberty throughout all the land." It's a reminder that even the most enduring symbols of freedom are not immune to the passage of time, that even revolutions have their imperfections. Plus, it makes for a much more interesting story than just, oh, it cracked. But Philadelphia's historical treasures aren't limited to just Independence Hall and the Liberty Bell. This city is practically overflowing with historical sites, each one with its own unique story to tell. Take a stroll down to the First Bank of the United States, the nation's first central bank, chartered by Congress in 1791. Imagine the stacks of gold, the hushed whispers of financiers, and the intrigue of early American banking. It's enough to make you want to dust off your old Monopoly board and start foreclosing on some properties. Then step into the past at the Second Bank of the United States, now home to a stunning collection of portraits of American presidents and other historical figures. And don't miss the chance to explore the Museum of the American Revolution, an immersive experience that brings the fight for independence to life through interactive exhibits, artifacts, and personal stories. It's the perfect place to channel your inner history buff and maybe even impress your friends with your newfound knowledge of 18th century military tactics. Or, you could just take selfies with the cardboard cutouts of George Washington. All right, let's address the elephant, or should we say Italian stallion in the room, Rocky. Yes, that Rocky. Philadelphia is practically synonymous with the underdog boxer who ran up those iconic art museum steps, inspiring a generation to chase their dreams, or at least invest in a good sweatsuit. But Philadelphia's connection to the silver screen goes far beyond just one fictional boxer, even if he did have some killer one-liners. The city has served as the backdrop for countless films, from the gritty realism of Silver Linings Playbook to the superhero shenanigans of Shazam. Take a walk through Philadelphia and you might just recognize a location from your favorite movie. Visit the Italian market, where Rocky Balboa went for his morning jog and a side of raw eggs. Don't try that at home, kids. Or wander through Rittenhouse Square, the picturesque park featured in scenes from Trading Places and National Treasure. And if you're feeling really adventurous, grab some friends, cue up the Rocky theme song and race each other up those art museum steps. Just try not to knock over any tourists in your quest for cinematic glory. But back to those fun facts we promised you. Philadelphia isn't just a city of historical significance and cinematic cameos, it's also a place where the quirky and the wonderful collide. Take, for instance, the Philadelphia Zoo, the oldest zoo in America. Founded in 1874, this zoological wonderland has been delighting visitors for over a century with its diverse collection of animals from around the world. But what makes the Philadelphia Zoo truly special is its commitment to conservation and education. Here you won't just find animals in cages, you'll discover immersive exhibits that transport you to different ecosystems, from the African plains to the Amazon rainforest. And if you're lucky, you might even catch a glimpse of the zoo's most famous resident, Goldilocks, the polar bear who loves to take a dip in her pool, much to the delight of onlookers. But if cuddly creatures aren't your thing, Philadelphia has something for you too, a giant water-spouting robot. Okay, it's not technically a robot, but the Swan Memorial Fountain, with its whimsical figures representing the city's three rivers, is about as close as you'll get to a mechanical water show in a public park. And the best part? This fountain isn't just for show, it's also a beloved gathering spot for locals and tourists alike. A place to cool off on a hot day, people watch, or simply marvel at the sheer absurdity of a giant water-spouting sculpture in the middle of the city. Speaking of art, Philadelphia isn't just about museums and sculptures. It's a city that wears its artistic heart on its sleeve, or rather on its walls. That's right, folks, we're talking about murals. Philadelphia is renowned for its vibrant street art scene, boasting over 4,000 murals that transform ordinary buildings into breathtaking works of art. From the iconic Love Letter series by Stephen Powers featuring heartfelt messages painted on rooftops across the city, to the powerful murals depicting local heroes and social justice movements, Philadelphia's street art reflects the city's soul, its history, and its aspirations. Take a stroll through neighborhoods like Northern Liberties, Fishtown, and Kensington, and you'll be greeted by a kaleidoscope of colors, styles, and stories told through the medium of spray paint. It's a public art gallery, unlike any other, a testament to the power of creativity to transform urban spaces and inspire the imagination. And the best part, these murals are constantly evolving with new works popping up all the time. So every visit to Philadelphia is a chance to discover new artistic treasures, to be surprised by the unexpected, and to appreciate the ever-changing tapestry of urban art that makes this city so unique. Beyond the bustling streets and towering skyscrapers, Philadelphia offers a surprising amount of green space. Start your green adventure at Fairmount Park, one of the largest urban parks in the world, home to historic mansions, gardens, and a Japanese tea house. For a more intimate experience, head to Rittenhouse Square, a charming park perfect for people watching or a picnic. And don't miss the Magic Gardens, a whimsical mosaic wonderland by artist Isaiah Zagar, tucked away on South Street. Philadelphia isn't just a pretty face, it's a city of innovation with a long history of firsts. The first American hospital, Pennsylvania Hospital, was founded here in 1751 by Benjamin Franklin. Philadelphia is also home to the first zoo, the first medical school, and the first computer, the ENIAC, built in 1946. And let's not forget the first ice cream company, stock exchange, and pretzel factory. Philadelphia is home to the largest freestanding sculpture in the world, the William Penn statue atop City Hall. The Philadelphia Phillies are the oldest continuous one-name, one-city franchise in American professional sports history. Philadelphia boasts more public sculptures than any other US city, so keep your eyes peeled while exploring. You never know what artistic treasures you might stumble upon. The Cheesesteak Chronicles, a love story with onions. The cheesesteak is a symphony of thinly sliced ribeye steak, melted cheese, and often grilled onions, all inside a crusty hoagie roll. It's a cultural icon, symbolizing Philadelphia's working-class roots and no-nonsense approach to good food. Legend has it that the cheesesteak was invented in the 1930s by Pat and Harry Olivieri. Today, countless shops vie for the title of best cheesesteak in the city. Beyond the cheesesteak, a culinary adventure awaits. Start your foodie adventure at Reading Terminal Market, a historic indoor market since 1893. Try a roast pork sandwich from Dinnick's, a Philadelphia classic. Head to South Philly for family-run trattorias, serving up heaping plates of pasta and fresh seafood. Philadelphia's diverse neighborhoods offer a world of culinary possibilities, from Vietnamese pho to Mexican street tacos. Yo Philly, the soundtrack of a city. Philadelphia soul, emerging in the 1960s and 70s, captivated the world with its smooth grooves and heartfelt lyrics. Think the O'Jays, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, and Patti LaBelle. Philly soul also tackled social issues, reflecting the struggles and aspirations of African Americans. Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff created a signature sound that defined an era. From orchestras to indie bands, get your groove on. The Kimmel Center for the Performing Arts is home to the renowned Philadelphia Orchestra. Philadelphia's indie music scene features artists like Kurt Weill, The War on Drugs and the Roots. The city has a storied hip-hop history from Schoolie D to Meek Mill. Whether you're a fan of classical indie or hip-hop, Philadelphia's got a beat for you. Artsy fartsy, more like artsy awesome. The Philadelphia Museum of Art is home to an astonishing collection of art from around the world. Wander through galleries filled with masterpieces by Van Gogh, Picasso and Rembrandt, and recreate Rocky's famous run up the museum steps. Museum hopping and gallery gazing. Philadelphia is bursting with museums, each offering a unique glimpse into history, science, and culture. Head to the Eastern State Penitentiary for a dose of American history. The Franklin Institute is a must-see for science enthusiasts, and the Please Touch Museum is perfect for kids. Literary legends and quirky bookshops. Benjamin Franklin was a prolific writer, publishing essays, pamphlets, and an autobiography. Philadelphia has been home to acclaimed writers like Walt Whitman and Edgar Allan Poe. The Rosenbach Museum and Library houses rare books, manuscripts, and art. The city is home to a thriving community of contemporary writers and bookworms. But wait, there's more, because Philly never sleeps. Philadelphia is a city of contrasts where history and innovation collide. From historic cobblestone streets to cutting-edge art galleries, there's always something new to discover. So book that ticket, pack your bags, and experience the magic of Philadelphia for yourself. From founding fathers to fresh princes, Philadelphia has produced icons from the founding fathers to actors, musicians, and athletes. The city has been the training ground for Oscar winners, Grammy grabbers, and more. From Independence Hall to Hollywood, Philadelphia has left an indelible mark on the world stage. Ben Franklin. More than just a kite flyer, Benjamin Franklin was an inventor, diplomat, writer, printer, postmaster, and scientist. He founded the first public library in America and established the first fire department. Franklin played a pivotal role in securing America's freedom. So the next time you're enjoying a hot dog, thank Franklin for his ingenuity and contributions to the American dream. Philadelphia's literary legacy extends far beyond Ben Franklin's witty aphorisms. This city's been a breeding ground for wordsmiths of all stripes. Take Walt Whitman, the bearded bard of American poetry. His revolutionary free verse continues to inspire readers today. And let's not forget Edgar Allan Poe, the master of the macabre. His dark, haunting tales still send shivers down spines. Philadelphia's literary scene isn't just about dead white guys. Contemporary authors like Jennifer Egan and John Edgar Wideman add to the city's rich literary tapestry. And let's not forget about the silver screen. Philadelphia has been a popular filming location for directors. From Silver Linings Playbook to Shazam, the city's iconic landmarks have graced the big screen. But Philadelphia's contributions to popular culture extend far beyond the printed page and the silver screen. This city's also been a launching pad for some of the biggest names in music, comedy, and entertainment, proving that Philly's got talent to spare and then some. Let's start with the Fresh Prince himself, Will Smith. Born and raised in West Philadelphia, born and raised, in fact, on the playground where he spent most of his days, Smith first rose to fame as a rapper, charming audiences with his playful lyrics and infectious beats. He then transitioned seamlessly into acting, starring in the hit sitcom The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and blockbuster films like Independence Day and Men in Black. But Smith's not the only musical icon to hail from the city of brotherly love. Pink, the Grammy-winning pop star known for her powerhouse vocals and acrobatic stage presence, was born in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, just outside Philadelphia. And let's not forget about Hall & Oates, the pop duo who dominated the airwaves in the late 70s and early 80s with their smooth harmonies and catchy melodies. And if laughter is the best medicine, then Philadelphia's got enough comedic talent to cure what ails you. Kevin Hart, the comedian and actor known for his high-energy stand-up routines and hilarious film roles, was born and raised in Philadelphia. Tina Fey, the writer, actress, and comedian best known for her work on Saturday Night Live and 30 Rock, was born in Upper Darby, Pennsylvania, just outside Philadelphia. Section 5, a city of champions, sports, smarts, and cheesesteak pride. But let's not forget about the athletes. Philadelphia is a city that lives and breathes sports, a place where passion for the home team runs deep and sometimes gets a little out of hand. But hey, that's Philly for you. From the gridiron to the basketball court, from the baseball diamond to the hockey rink, Philadelphia's produced some of the greatest athletes in sports history. Kobe Bryant, the legendary Los Angeles Lakers shooting guard, was born in Philadelphia and honed his skills on the city's playgrounds before becoming one of the most decorated basketball players of all time. Dawn Staley, the head coach of the University of South Carolina women's basketball team and a two-time Olympic gold medalist, was born and raised in Philadelphia. And let's not forget about Wilt Chamberlain, the basketball legend who shattered records and defied expectations during his illustrious career, which included a stint with the Philadelphia 76 ERs. But Philadelphia's athletic prowess isn't limited to just basketball. The city's home to the Philadelphia Eagles, the 2018 Super Bowl champions, cue the dog masks and the celebratory greased poles. The Philadelphia Phillies, a Major League Baseball team with a long and storied history and a World Series title or two under their belts. And the Philadelphia Flyers, a National Hockey League team known for their gritty style of play and their passionate, sometimes terrifying fan base. So there you have it, folks. A glimpse into the star-studded galaxy of Philadelphia's famous faces. So, there you have it. We've explored the cobblestone streets, debated wit or wit-out onions, and maybe even hummed a little bit of Philly soul. We've uncovered the historical hotspots, the quirky landmarks, and the surprising artistic gems that make this city so unique. We've even touched upon the passionate, sometimes slightly unhinged, but always entertaining world of Philadelphia sports fandom. But Philadelphia, my friends, is more than just a collection of fun, facts, tasty treats, and famous faces. It's a feeling, it's the energy that crackles in the air as you walk down a street lined with row houses, each one with its own story to tell. It's the sound of laughter echoing through a crowded Italian market, the aroma of roasting peanuts mingling with the scent of freshly baked soft pretzels. It's the sight of a lone jogger running up the art museum steps, channeling their inner Rocky, the sound of a street musician serenading passers-by with a soulful saxophone solo. It's the pride in the eyes of a local telling you about their favorite cheesesteak spot. The way they say jawn like it's the most versatile word in the English language, which it kind of is, let's be honest. Philadelphia is a city that gets under your skin, that stays with you long after you've left its cobblestone streets behind. It's a city that challenges you, surprises you, and ultimately makes you fall a little bit in love with its rough-around-the-edges charm. It's a city that's not afraid to be itself, to embrace its history, its quirks, and its unwavering spirit. And yes, it's a city that takes its cheesesteaks very, very seriously. But hey, when you've got something that good, why wouldn't you? Just remember the cardinal rule, never ever call it a steak and cheese. Trust us, Philadelphians will know, and they will judge you accordingly. So what are you waiting for? Come experience Philadelphia for yourself. Get lost in its historic neighborhoods, indulge in its culinary delights, and soak up its vibrant arts and culture scene. Cheer on the home team, just maybe not too loudly if they're losing. And don't be afraid to strike up a conversation with a local. They might just let you in on their favorite hidden gem. But be warned, Philadelphia is not for the faint of heart. It's a city that demands your attention, that challenges your perceptions, and that ultimately rewards you with an experience you won't soon forget. It's a city that will make you think, make you laugh, and maybe even make you want to bust a move or two, especially if you find yourself near a street performer blasting some Philly soul. So come on down to Philadelphia, the city where history comes alive, cheesesteaks reign supreme, and the spirit of brotherly love and sisterly affection, of course, is alive and well.